first off, I received notification yesterday from NASBA that they're in talks with the state boards of accountancy about extending the period of time that CPAs can earn their CPEs due to the current situation. Right now, we have not heard anything official, and because the Maryland Board of Accountancy has not met since February. But we will keep you posted on this and to see if if they've added a grace period for CPEs. Now, concerning some of the issues on the CARES Act, I just want to touch on a couple items that I think is important that I want to share with you. One of the things is student loans. Currently, they're in the CARES Act. They are extending the payment for student loans until September 30th, 2020. Now, remember, this is only on federal loan payments. However, some of our members are saying that, their clients may want to continue making their payments. So how do we make sure that that happens? So what I'm hearing is that some of the companies that you may have the federal loans with are automatically stopping payments on your client's auto payment option from their bank accounts. So what your client needs to do, they need to get on into their auto payments with their student loans and get those reactivated so that they continue getting those payments out of their bank accounts for their student loans. Now, remember, if they're not making the payments and they decide that they do not want to make the payments until September 30th, the students will not be charged interest or penalties on these loans. And remember, again, these are just federal student loans. This does not include private loans or FFEL loans. Another benefit will be that there is no interest will be compounded or accrued on the student loans. So currently, right now, the student loan rate, the percentage rate is 0%. So make sure that you all, take a look at that. And if you have clients that call, you want to look into that. Next is about Maryland unemployment. On Tuesday, I joined a town hall meeting with my Congressman and Senator Ben Cardin. There was many questions about the Maryland unemployment, and I just want to share a couple things with you. First off, due to all the increasing claims with Maryland unemployment, Maryland has set up a way to hopefully limit your wait time on the calls. So they're asking for those individuals who are claiming unemployment to call by their last name. So on Mondays, they want people whose last names that begin A through F to call. On Tuesday, it's G through N. On Wednesday, it's O through Z. Now, any last name, it's a free-for-all on Thursday and Friday. So just remember that they're trying to control it at least the first 3 days. And then anybody can call on Thursdays and Fridays. In addition to that, they've extended the time in which they're accepting calls. So starting on April 1st, on Monday through Friday, you can call between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. But always remember, you can always apply online. It's open 24/7. Now, the call number, just so that you have it for your files, is 410-949-0022. So don't forget about that. Now, for those individuals who previously were not eligible for Maryland unemployment, those are self-employed, independent contract, gig workers, Maryland's system is currently not ready to take your applications. They are working closely with the U.S. Department of Labor to create the updates on their website. But my concern is if you do try to do it, it is going to be denied because it's not ready to. So what they're trying to do is you can still go to the Maryland Maryland unemployment website, and you can put in your email address. And they said that once they get an update and ready to accept those individuals, the self-employed and independent contracts, so forth, they will send you an email. So you might want to just go ahead and go on there, get that email on there, and that way, once it's done, you'll get notifications. So there you go. Now, also, effective on March 20th, the Maryland Department of Labor used to require a work search requirement. Well, they put a hold on that. So you do not have that requirement right now. However, just so that you know, the recipient still has to file their weekly certification documents. So make sure you have that. Now, there's the great website, the Maryland Unemployment. It has a great website. Take a look at that And I think you'll find all the information you need right there. Now, also, there was other couple items that I want to share with you that was discussed on this town hall. Now, apparently, when the CARES Act was passed, there was a provision in there for non-for-profits. However, the provision was only for 501c3s. Now, we have heard many times through our other associations, it did not include the C4s or the C6s. Now, we have been doing a very heavy mailing campaign to our legislators concerning this, and is currently being discussed by the SBA to add those into the CARES Act, but currently that has still not happened. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. Also concerning the stimulus checks. So they're saying that they're probably going to be mailed within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you have direct deposit, it's going to go directly into their bank accounts, but just update there. Also, I just thought this was kind of interesting. One of the attendees who was on it had a gym, and he said, what am I going to do? Because I have auto payment for all my members. What am I going to do about that? And so the answer was that since the gym is closed, that the owner of, if you do have any type of businesses that are doing auto payments for their businesses, they must either refund their the money paid for the months that they're closed, or they can extend the contract. That's a state law. So just thought I'd share that information with you. Now, the other issue that we've heard a lot of feedback from a lot of associations we work with is concerning those individuals, senior citizens, disability, people on disability, low-income people, individuals who never filed a return because really didn't have to because they were below that threshold. And so originally, they thought that we would have to file like a 1040 SR just for them to get their stimulus check. Well, yesterday, the U.S. Department of Treasury and the IRS service announced the Social Security beneficiaries who are not typically required to file tax returns will not need to file the abbreviated version, which is the 1040 SR, to receive the economic impact payment. Instead, and payments will automatically deposit it into their accounts, just like their Social Security checks, just like their RRB 1099 for those railroad employees or pensions. And so that'll be taken care of. Now, these deposits will go in and they're going to receive $1,200 for that. Now, the sad side of that is it really does not address the low income or those with dependents. So I looked into this morning, I looked at the IRS website to see how they're addressing that. And so what they have said, since the IRS will not have the information regarding any dependents for those people, each person will receive the $1,200, but they will not receive the additional amount for the dependents at this time. So again, they are still looking at this, but at least they're going to be getting the $1,200. And at least our members or our clients who have not filed a return are going to get that payment because, they are the ones that really need it. So, I applaud the IRS for getting and addressing that issue so quickly. So I thank you for that. So the other thing is, let's see, yesterday I attended a great webinar that was offered by an attorney in Colorado. It was a 2-hour webinar on the CARES Act. And he provided some great websites, some URL addresses. First on the IRS one on the coronavirus and the one with the Department of Labor. He said this changes, it could be changing instantaneously because of all the things that are going on. So I have bookmarked those 2 websites for me, and that will be included in the documentation that we will put it out there. Okay. Also, there is some questions about the related tax credits for required paid leave provided by small business. Again, great FAQ section on the IRS website that you want to take a look at. I don't want to go through all that huge URL, but we will put that out there in our notes section so you'll have it at a later date. Also yesterday, April 1st, IRS released the Advanced Payment Employee Credit Due form. That form is going to be $7,200. Now you can see the form and instructions right there. So if you go and Google Form 7200, the new Advanced Payment Employee Credit Due form is now available. It just came out yesterday. So again, a lot of things happening instantaneously. I know this is some crazy times, and we're all trying to keep up to date with it. And MSATP is trying to do a great job getting this information out to you as quickly as possible, and through emails, through our Facebook Live, through our Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So if you're not attached, get hooked up, because it's important. Now, today at 3:00, MSATP is hosting another free webinar for its members. Now, today's topic is one that's really hot right now, especially due to the application process. And this is on the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, we are happy to have Andrew Schwartz, an attorney for Stein, Sperling, Bennett, DeJong, and Driscoll, who will be presenting the webinar for us. Now, he has put together a great PowerPoint for us that he's going to be using during the presentation. And if you'd like to join us and you need the information on how to access that information, just call our MSATP office, and we will get that information to you. In addition to that, again, like I said, MSATP is doing an amazing job trying to get the information out to our members and our non-members as quickly as possible. So yesterday, all the members received an email about a 2-hour CARES Act update. Now, remember, this CARES Act is a very intense act. It is 883 pages. This is huge, huge. So we have put, so Bob Jennings is doing a 2-hour webinar on this on Friday, tomorrow, April 3rd at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Now, again, there is a cost involved with this. Now, the one today at 3:00 is free, but the one tomorrow, there is a cost. So make sure that you take a look at that. And I see that Naval has just posted in the notes section all the websites, the URLs. Thank you, Naval, for doing that. I appreciate that. Now, also, we are also offering an 8-hour members-only webinar on May 13th. Now, again, this is going to be 8 hours webinar. We're just being conscious of what's going on in the world, and we don't want anybody, social distancing. Wow. Okay. And so we're going to be joined by a webinar. It's 8 hours. It's a members only event, and it's going to be dealing with Social Security. With everything going on, I can't imagine that Social Security is not going to be affected somewhere. So if you did not get the email on that, just give a call to the office, 1-800-922-9672, and we will get you all hooked up and registered for that. Now, finally, next week, I'm going to be joined by James Arney, who will give us a roundup of the 2020 session and how possibly we could probably see a special session coming up due, again, to the coronavirus. So, I don't think that the session, even if the session ended early, I do think that we're going to have a special session either sometime late May or early June to deal with some of the issues that did not get completed during the regular session. Now, I know it was a lot of information I've given you today, but like I said, we're trying to keep everyone posted on the things that are happening out here in the world. We're all working from home, and a shout out to everyone at the office, because we're all working in our separate little spaces. And I know we're all doing our part to make sure that we put a stop to this nasty virus. So just remember, I want everyone to stay safe. Wash your hands, keep limited in your contacts, go out only when you need to. And again, I really look forward to seeing everyone soon, and hopefully in June or July. And we are strong, and we will prevail, and we will be successful, and we'll get through this together. So everyone have a wonderful day. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine. If you just at least go out and just breathe that beautiful air. Thank you so much.